Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ballewga, and welcome back to another Why Did I Win? And today, we're going to be playing Ekko. Now, you may have already noticed it, I am kind of sick. It is allergy season, and unfortunately, I do have very bad allergies. So, I might sound pretty nasally throughout this video. Sorry guys, there's nothing I can do about it. But otherwise, here are the runes, and here are the masteries, and I hope you guys enjoy the video. Okay, so here we are in the game, and a couple things. We're going to try to do this in the quick fashion. One, because I don't really want to talk a lot when I'm this sick. And two, it'd just be better if I could make quicker videos. So whatever. It's going to be quick. As you can notice, it's about a 25-minute game. This isn't actually the correct time, but it's pretty close. Honestly, they could have surrendered at 20. Not going to lie, I destroyed my enemy team this game. I solo carried this. I'm sure you guys are going to enjoy it because you guys love my Ekko gameplays. The music in the background is the Surf Theme remix by Hooky Remix Studio. There'll be a link in the description, of course. And we can talk about the team comps. So looking at these team comps, you should be able to tell that our team mostly is a lot better than theirs. Like, for example, we have Ekko jungle, I'm AP, we have Lux mid, she's AP, and we have Cinch top. And they have a Rammus top. So the only champion that Rammus is any good against on our team is Jhin. And then we have a good way to peel for Jhin. Nami and Ekko are both pretty strong peelers, and so is Singed, but really, I don't even know how Singed plays in the current meta. This guy was actually a Singed only player, and he was very good at Singed. But, you know, you see Singed like once in a blue moon, so I honestly don't know how to play with Singed. And then other than that, they actually have Quinn in the AD carry role. Quinn is a lot better as a solo laner so that she can roam more often and affect other lanes. As an AD carry, she really doesn't get that luxury because bot lane is so much different from solo lanes. And then there's no really good way for them to get the ball to us either for Orianna. So really our team's just better than theirs. Their team comp, on paper, it looks like what they could do is just superpower Udyr. And then he could just run in with the ball and Lulu ult and then mess us all up, but Udyr didn't actually go the correct build. The better build these days on Udyr is Devourer. As far as I can tell, I'm not an Udyr player. But he goes for the Runic Echoes build, and also I kind of screw up his whole game pretty early, which you guys will see that pretty soon. But as far as the jungle route, remember, stand here until 120, and at 120 you want to start walking down, ward this bush on the way. And then when you do that, you'll be able to see if they're invading you. Udyr's not invading me here. And what I'm going to do is the long clear. I like to do it on Ekko. We'll speed it up a little bit. I like to do this on Ekko a lot because your first clear is pretty rough, but the masteries and stuff that we take on Ekko are not for... I mean, they help you clear, but mainly it's so you can make a huge impact late game. So what I like to do, and this isn't always going to be possible, so don't plan on doing this every Ekko game, but basically I'll just do what I call a long clear, and basically all I do is clear all of my camps except for the second buff. So it's a lot better when you're on red team because then the buff that you don't kill is your red buff, and then you can gank a lot easier. But this game, obviously I'm not going to gank at that much health. Well, you saw it, it was like 100 life. So I just go back. Now I'm going to go get my blue and see what I can do on the map. So we'll speed it up even a little bit more, and then as you can see right now, Udyr is ganking top. So I could have gone top right now, but honestly I thought Singed was dead, no hope. But the Singed player, like I said, he's actually really good. So he surprises me. He's getting away, but I'm still going to clear blue in the meantime. This is kind of a mistake on my part, but as you can see, he has gotten away at this point. So overall, I didn't get him killed yet. But Udyr comes back in because Singed has used Ghost, which is what Udyr is supposed to do. But since Udyr had this, I was going to try to flank it like that, go the long way around. But I'm not going to be able to, so I just end up walking right through it. But they're committed to killing Singed, so they do that. They stay too long. I have my flash up, so I'm just going to E to the Rammus. I don't have to flash yet, and then if Udyr flashes, I can flash for him, which as you guys saw, I did flash, and then my Q actually killed him. So when you get a cool kill like that, that's when you put in the emote. And as of now, unfortunately my Singed died, but Singed did get 2 assists for it. Rammus did not get a kill, so Singed is up from this. He has another assist over Rammus. Also, I'm way ahead of Udyr because I have more farm than him. Because he did a short clear and immediately started ganking. I did a long clear and then just counter ganked, got 2 kills. So half of it's luck. That's not always going to work out for you, but I really do like doing a longer clear first on Ekko. So I do that, completely destroy the Udyr. Now I'm already level 6 before a lot of my teammates, which, I mean, theoretically you should be, but Ekko doesn't clear so fast that it's easy to do this. Usually this is only going to happen if you get a really good gank early, like I did. So now lanes I want to focus in order to win. I do actually have to get Jhin very far ahead. Because what that's going to do for our team is if I am the one that gets Jhin ahead, I'm going to get very ahead, and Jin's going to get very ahead. That means we have an AP champion and an AD champion very ahead, and it's going to be really hard for Udyr and Rammus to itemize so that we don't kill them. So that was my goal. Here, the enemy bot lane and my bot lane got in a fight, and I knew Jhin or Quinn was very low. And since I have my ult, when you have your ult, you're allowed to do whatever you want. So I go ahead and turret dive her a little bit. Udyr comes up. Make sure that you pop your passive on somebody when you're running away from them. And then Udyr saw that I cast my W, so he's not going to chase me, and I'm going to get away. And now I'm going to farm for a little bit. Since I don't have my ult, I don't really want to risk anything. I don't have to, and there's no pressing matters on the map. You know, I could have maybe tried to do Dragon, but I don't like doing Dragon until I get around my Sheen on Ekko. So I'm just going to leave it alone, go back. Farm for a little bit. My ult's on the way, and then now Udyr's ganking bot. Unfortunately, they killed Jhin, but I see 2 low health targets, and you guys got to remember, Ekko does a lot of damage to low health targets. So I'm going to throw my W where I think they're going to be. Lulu turns to fight me, and then I don't actually stun her. I kind of misjudged my W. It would have been better back here. And here I have 3 enemies that I could kill. I could have even killed Lulu. I have my ult, so it would have been fine. But I'm going to go after the Quinn because my Lux was coming down. Lux kills the Quinn. I'm perfectly fine with that. I'm playing tank Ekko as I always do, so I don't need to take any kills. And then here, once again, I'm going to predict where she wants to run. She wants to go to her turret because that's how she thinks she's going to live. So I throw it near her turret. Even though it wasn't anywhere near her, that's not going to matter. Once she saw it, you saw that she tried to run up to avoid it, but she was dead. As soon as I placed my W correctly, she was dead. She eventually flashes into it. We stun her, and then I dive the Udyr because I do have my ult. And remember, when you have your ult, you can do whatever you want, almost. Just don't be too reckless, but it's really good to play with a certain amount of recklessness when you're Ekko with your ult because you don't want to waste, or not waste it, but basically don't take this literally word for word, but you want to be able to use your ult to save you every time it's up early game. It's the best way I can describe it. If you're brand new to Ekko, don't be doing this crap, but once you get a few games under your belt and you get used to them, try to go for aggressive plays and have to use your ult to save you every time it's up early game. Don't do that late game because when you're grouping with your team, it's completely different and you want to get a very good engage. But early game, just turret dive whoever you want when you have your ult. Especially when you're this ahead. I'm super ahead, so I'm going to do whatever I want. If you're behind, obviously don't go turret diving. And if they have a bunch of CC to where if you turret dive, you're not going to be able to ult, you don't want to do that either. But this game I was perfectly fine. My team has got this covered, so I'm going to go on to Orianna that was trying to flank them. Because if Orianna got a big ult on my teammates, that could have cost them. And once again, I'm so strong that I can definitely 1v1 the Orianna. I throw my W kind of poorly. I should have just thrown it straight on this bush, but I didn't have any vision, so I didn't know if somebody was going up to do Gromp or something, whatever. It was kind of a bad W, but it doesn't matter. What I'm doing here, I'm not planning on killing the Lulu necessarily. What I'm trying to do is get them to let my team turret dive Quinn, because my team had already started turret diving Quinn, and then if I can cause a big enough distraction behind them, they're going to decide. Basically, they had a choice of either saving Lulu or saving Quinn, and they eventually tried to save Lulu, but then I think Jhin ult got like all of these people, not Quinn, but maybe these two, I don't know. Either way, it depends on every situation. I'm trying to tell you guys my thought process, but I don't know. Every Ekko game is pretty unique. That's why I don't get tired of playing him. That's why I love playing him so much. And you just got to kind of thing about Ekko is you got to really understand what's going on at any point in the game. That's how you aim your W properly. That's how you know when you need to start fights. Basically, the only way you're going to get to know all that stuff is if you have better game knowledge. That's the best advice I can say. Obviously, if you just have really quick reactions, which I usually have pretty quick reactions, you don't get to diamond on slow reactions. But you don't even have to have just great reactions on Ekko. A lot of it is kind of like chess. You just plan out your moves, and if they're the right moves, then it's going to pay off big. Now I'm just farming for a little bit because I don't have any mana, but then we see Udyr coming down, and he's going to try to gank bot again because this is the only lane that he's had success on. So I throw the W to cut him off. He's super greedy for our pink ward, so that means he gets stunned. Jhin and Lux are doing big damage to him, and then I'm just the CC magnet to keep him there. Honestly, 4 kills is enough when you're playing tank Ekko. I am actually going to have a pretty symmetrical score. I won't spoil it, but really, my favorite... I did really good this Ekko game. That's why I wanted to show it as a why did I win. But some of my favorite scores to get, I guess, on Ekko are when I'm like 3, 2, and 21 or something. Then I feel like I did a really good job on Ekko. But I also only play tank Ekko in my free time. So if you're playing damage Ekko, obviously you want a little more kills than 3. But as far as tank Ekko goes, once you're this far ahead, you don't need to look to take kills anymore. If you happen to get a kill or you 1v1 somebody, that's different. Like right here, I'm going to kill this Lulu, and that's fine because there's no way my team could have killed him, and they're dealing with Udyr in the meantime. But if I had gone back, if I had fought the Udyr with them instead of the Lulu, then I would have been fine giving that to Jhin. You know, that's the difference. And then here, I'm turret diving the Udyr because my teammates were smart enough to know to just kill the turret in the meantime, which they did. And then I go on the Udyr. I could have let it be, let Jhin try to get it, but as you can see, Orianna was behind him. Orianna unfortunately did kill him with a very powerful Ignite. And then I'm going to chase the Orianna down. Best case scenario, I'm just going to kill her. Worst case scenario, I at least get her flash. There's no way she's going to be able to kill me, because I do have my ult here, as you guys can see. So I get kind of low, but another bad case scenario, I guess, is I just have to end up ulting out and then she somehow gets away. But it was pretty guaranteed she was going to die there. Quinn maybe could have cleaned me up. If I was that Quinn, I probably would have gone on me, but I did have my ult and I had Nami there to save me with some heals, so it wasn't that bad. Now it's just bad to jungling because I'm low health and no reason to try to force fights right now. As far as Hunter's Potion on Ekko, I kind of wanted to say this because in my in-depth guide, you guys know I said I don't usually get it, and I don't. But if you get invaded early game on Ekko, it's great to get a Hunter's Potion because that's going to let you clear a lot and then just help you get late into the game. Here, my Jhin did get caught, and I was thinking about saving him, but I'm too low health to deal with a Rammus and Udyr CC, so I'm just going to leave and go ahead and finish my... I think I just go the standard build. Yeah, I'm going into Abyssal first. Deadman's wouldn't be bad here, but Udyr, if he's going Runic Echoes, which he did, he does a lot of magic damage. Rammus only does magic damage. Orianna only does magic damage. Lulu only does magic damage. And then Quinn does a lot of physical, but it's just Quinn, and she's really behind. Well, not really behind, but if 4 out of 5 do magic damage, you should probably go Abyssal first. And I like building Abyssal first because it makes you do a lot more damage. And then you can get the utility later. It's not really hard to catch people on Ekko, so you don't have to rush Deadman's Plate, but if you're versus more AD, you might want to go Deadman's Plate or even Randuin's. They're going to keep... I don't know if they're nerfing Deadman's Plate next patch, but what they're doing is trying to make Randuin's and Deadman's Plate competable, I guess you could say. So basically make people choose if they want. Here, I'm going to tank the turret until the minions get there, and then I'm just going to ult, because your ult does break turret aggro, and then we get the turret for pretty free. We are going to not kill the Udyr here. I don't want to chase because of this. I don't want to get Orianna comboed, but then I come in to stun them, and then make sure that you proc your passive whenever you go in like that, because even if the extra second of staying to proc your passive is going to pay off with the huge movement speed boost you get. And then we kill the Orianna, and now we're at a pretty good advantage here. My team can't follow up on me too much though, so that's why I'm kind of playing it safe. But then eventually Lux comes in, and since Quinn was focusing me with her abilities, Lux isn't going to die. We're going to get the kill there. But what I was saying earlier was, what they're trying to do with Deadman's Plate is make it a choice between Deadman's Plate and Randuin's. And realistically, that's not going to happen, just based on what the items give you. So Randuin's gives you resistance against crits, and it's a little bit tankier. So you're going to get it when the enemy has a lot of crits. And then Deadman's Plate gives you more mobility and still good tank stats. So you want to get it almost every chance you get. So that's why I say it's not really realistic. What they're going to have to do is make Deadman's Plate just a really bad item. And then that way they'll make it to where people will have to get Randuin's. And there's not going to be a choice. That's what I'm saying. There's not really going to be a choice between one or the other. They're going to have to keep nerfing Deadman's until it's just awful. And then you're going to have to get Randuin's every game. But as of now, 6.5, Deadman's is still fine to get on Ekko. It doesn't give you, I think, as much damage on your first hit, but you're like I always say in my in-depth guides, you're getting it for decent armor, decent health, and insane mobility. If they nerf the mobility or they just make it to where it doesn't give you any stats, then you're probably going to go Randuin's. But as far as the game's going now, always remember to try to shut out the enemy dragons if you can, because if you deny them that first damage boost, and you're already ahead, there's almost no chance that they can win a team fight without that first damage boost. It makes such a huge difference in the mid to late game. So while you're denying it, you should keep trying to deny it. And then eventually that might even lead to a 5 dragon, which 5 dragon's pretty much a free win condition. So, but if they already have a dragon, then you got to focus turrets. And you do have to get turrets a lot. I did push plenty of turrets early game, and my team did a good job of that. But I've lost so many games recently, and I kept finishing them with losses, and then going back and looking and thinking, why did I lose this game? You know, I couldn't understand it. And then here, I'm just messing around. I'm so tanky that they really can't kill me. They're going to try, but I'm going to hit my Q on the Quinn to break her ultimate, and I'm going to get out of here. They really cannot kill me. They think they can, but it's not going to happen. But basically, I was losing a lot of games. And a lot of them were Graves games, so I was trying to get that Graves live. And then I came to realize, after watching some of them a few days later, it's just because I never pushed turrets. And you don't have to push a turret. You don't have to kill someone in a lane to push a turret. And then here, I'm just messing with them. I'm not going to dive without my ultimate. And it's so easy to juke a Rammus on Ekko. You can just keep going back and forth over walls once you have near... I have about 30% CDR right now. You can't see it, but I know I do, because I know my Ekko build. So you just keep Eing over the walls, and then eventually you'll get your ult, or your team will come, and that'll be easy cleanup. Here, I am actually going to back. I guess I'm going to kill the red first, but this is a great time for you to use your ult to return back to sieging a lane. So one of them is dead, so I know that my team isn't about to die in a 5v4, and I have a lot of gold at this point, and I'm kind of low on health, and it's past 20 minutes. So if any of those things are all true, that's when you're going to recall, shop really quick, and then ult back. And then now I'm back. Our team now has a much more powerful tank that is full health. So now I'm going to just start diving the enemy team. I don't have my ult, so you got to be a little bit safer about how you're diving. But for the most part, my team does so much damage at this point that I'll be pretty safe. And I want to get this turret, but since we don't have minions, I can't click on it. Oh yeah, sorry. I was looking in the wrong place. I was looking up here like in game. It had the 200 armor boost as you guys saw, so I kind of had to wait a little bit before I could really push it down. We eventually get it. And right now, I'm just frontlining for my team, trying to proc my passive as much as I can. Even if you proc your passive on a tank, you always want to proc your passive a lot in team fights. You want to try to switch targets, and that way you'll just have insane mobility. You're not going to die, and proccing your passive actually does a lot of damage, even on tank Ekko. It's pretty much your best way to do a good bit of damage. But yeah, to finish up on the point I was talking about earlier, make sure you get turrets, guys, and you don't have to try to get turrets just when you get kills. If you can just push the enemy laner out and get a turret, I know that a lot of low elo people are going to argue with you and say don't get a turret, and if that's the case, there's not much you can do. You can't convince your teammates in one game to push turrets, but if your teammates are willing to cooperate, that's how you win games. Turrets are 100% how you win games, so make sure you're pushing them. Then here, I'm unkillable. I mean, I got Randuins, I got Gauntlets, I got Mert Treads. They're mostly magic, so these two are keeping me alive. I am going to get a Dead Man's Plate next, just because I don't have very much health. Here I almost die. Nami actually flashes to save me, but I didn't need saving. Rammus isn't going to kill me. No one's going to kill me at this point. So what our team can do to end, we're not really having a huge problem sieging, as you guys can see. Normally our team would, but we're just so far ahead it doesn't matter. But and then here, Rammus teleports in because he thinks I'm scared of him. He actually does get the knockup, but it was, if you hit someone in the last, I think it's like half a second, or maybe it's a fourth of a second. Anyways, if you hit someone last second while they're trying to recall, it's not going to interrupt it. So I knew I was fine. Rammus gives me a little love tap, and then I get away. And I'm pretty sure they do end up surrendering in the end. As far as what our team needs to do to win this game, we have complete dragon control, so if it came down to it, we could just go for 5 dragons. We can get Baron whenever because they have to defend this inhibitor, and we don't need our whole team, so somebody could go bot while we do Baron. Or we can just keep doing what we're doing, which is just turret diving them and making sure that they don't catch up. And the way that you make sure the enemy team doesn't catch up is basically push your lead while you have it, because as you guys know, I guess we are going to do Baron here. They have it double warded. But as you guys know, the longer a game goes on, the less amount that your lead matters. So like a 10,000 gold lead is a huge deal at 15 minutes, but at 45 minutes, 10,000 gold is nothing. So the way that you keep a lead in a game, you don't have to necessarily increase your lead, just make sure you do stuff with it when you can. So like right now, they really can't afford to be defending this Baron. Luckily my gen does get it. I was just off my game. That was completely my fault. I could have smited it, but our team did get it either way. But here I dodged the Oriole with my ult just because I didn't feel like getting Wombo comboed. Maybe Oriole leads into a Rammus taunt and I end up dying. I wasn't going to take that chance. So but basically they couldn't afford to defend this Baron because even if they had gotten it, which they didn't, thankfully, but even if they did, look at this. Look at these supers hitting their base. Here, you're not missing anything. We're going to kill him. You guys know we're going to kill him. And then here's my final score. I told you guys it was symmetric. It's 10-0-10. Definitely crushed this game. I'm not going to get an assist here. And then I'm going to go end. But the reason they couldn't defend this Baron, even if they had gotten it by some chance, we still would have beaten them in a 5v5. And then we still had minions coming down their mid lane to end the game. After they lose that, they're obviously going to lose the game in this next push. So they do the nice thing and end up surrendering. So a lot of this game was our team counter-teaming them. And then just me knowing what to do with Ekko early game. So don't be forcing any fights that you can't finish very early game. If you can afford to go for that long clear and then gank, that's almost always better on Ekko. However, you don't want to farm until you're level 6. I saw somebody comment about that. That's wrong. You need to get some ganks in before you're level 6. Or in my case, it was just one really good gank because that almost got me to level 6. But basically, the best way that you can deal with Ekko's horrid very early game is to do what I showed in this video. So clear everything but your second buff, go back, get your second buff, start ganking like that, and you'll find a lot of success with Ekko in the jungle. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. You are going to see another Ekko video today, probably. Sorry there's 2 Ekko videos in a day, but the second one isn't actually me, and I know you guys also love Ekko to death, so hopefully it shouldn't be a problem. And remember, music's, there's a ton of links in the description if you want to check those out. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.